Welcome back for match number 3 here of this Pauper League. This thing's super trippy, and I guess that's a continuation from our high opponent last league. So not great here initially. Straight off the bat, we're going to be going down to 5 cards in our hand here. Opponent keeping 7 and hopefully a decent 4. I mean, it's really not a decent 4. Still no keeper will land, and I think this is the worst mulligan I've had in a long time. I guess we throw Rancor, Cartouche, Scout, and we probably want to keep Cartouche, keep Abundant Growth for the draw trigger, because at that point, we already have what we need though. Alright, well that's not great. Nice, handsome looking 3 on the play. I reckon this is the worst luck I've had in a Pauper League. I think the lowest I've gone prior is 4. So it looks like we're up against a Burn opponent. And I mean, Burn's a pretty good matchup for us. So if we can draw a Forest and maybe like find our way towards that Armadillo Cloak, we could do okay. All right, well, this is a good start. Let's go. I mean... The current Burn list is a lot slower than something like the Kill and Fiend list that have been running about, so I genuinely have a reasonable time against these lists. Alright, opponent with Chain Lightning, going at face. We're not going to be paying for that one. Opponent passes to us. Oh my freaking goodness. That's impressive. I would be tempted going on Warrior, but Warrior, that would... make him only a 3/3, and with the amount of resources we're down, we really can't afford to lose Ethereal Armor anyway. We will, however, attack with the Warrior token. If opponent wants to trade it off, I'm all for that. Looks like they're doing just that. I'm sort of surprised. I would think they want Epicure on Crackbat. Unless they're like paving the way for a big Monastery Swiftspear next turn, in which case, why didn't they just play Monastery Swiftspear? Lightning Bolt face. We go to 13. 4 cards in our opponent's hand. So if it's triple Lightning Bolt, we go to 1. If it's double Lightning Bolt plus Fire Blast, we die. Lava Runners? Oh my goodness. What the heck? Okay, 2 cards in our opponent's hand. We go to 9. This has to be good for us to want to attack here. It probably has to be exactly Rancor, and we try to race. Not exactly Rancor. Alright, we'll go defensive, leave Forest in hand. If we draw Armadillo Cloak, we can Forest Armadillo, attack, and pretty much win. Opponent drawing off Blood token by the looks of it. Discarding Searing Blaze. Oh man, opponent, no. You should have kept our Warrior token out. What are you doing? 1 card in hand. They could have a Lightning Bolt there. If they do, we're already dead. So I guess we block Lavamancer and Prey. Okay, go to 4. And Armadillo Cloak. Skewer the Critic's face. Oh, wow. The fact it was Skewer and not an instant speed burn effect. Wow. It's pretty clutch. No prowess trigger for the opponent. And not it. Oh, well, that's uneventful deck. Why would you do this to me? What are we drawing anyway? And that's not it. All right. Well, we went toe-to-toe. We almost got there on a Malta 3, so that's pretty impressive. Main card to be aware about post-board is in the Festivities. 1 damage to each creature and planeswalker opponent's control. There's not much other than that. Our opponent's list is different to the main list, which you see here. This one does not have Githyu Ether Runners or Searing Blaze, so he could have some other differentials in there also. a reminder as well, if you do enjoy the content, please consider subscribing to the channel for more. So Crimson Acolyte is really strong here. That's why it's in the sideboard for this matchup. It is an efficiency swap for Silhana Ledgewalker. We also take out the Ancestral Mask. I would say our opponent is less likely to have the artifacts and have the Kildrow's Rebirth or whatever it is for the 3 goblins. I think this is more likely to have Killing Fiend as well, which we don't really have any sideboard answers for. Anyway, we'll stick with the plan that we have against Burn, which is exactly this. Continue. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm down. Let's sign me up. Where was this hand game 1? No need to reinvent the wheel here. Just scout and go. I don't see a world where the players Abundant Growth. Again, and the Festivities can be a card, so I don't want to extend this second scout out onto the board next turn. Unless my opponent gives me good reason to. Alright, so I mean, it's one of the best openings for Burn, right? Swift Spear attack. Ethereal Armor. Thank you, deck. I'm an enormous fan of this beautiful stuff you're doing for us. Alright, so usually I'd consider staying back and blocking. Maybe if it was a Hyena Umbra, which is not in our list. Problem is, like, double prowess, opponent kills a creature. There's potential for Lava Dart as well, so triple or quadruple prowess. Our opponent's not going to deal 19 damage to us this turn, no matter how good this turn is. So just resolving Armadillo Cloak, which we know we can do next turn, is going to be enough to win us the match. That's going to be an attack for 6, life swing of 6. It'll do it. This is why people hate Bogles. You don't have to think in a spot like this, right? Of course, you have to think plenty of other times, which they do not and will not credit. And what do we draw? Utopia Sprawl. Well, that's a free extra enchantment for Ethereal Armor, which means an extra life. I'm happy with that. So, attack for 7 this time. Bringing us back up to 17. Opponent netted 2 damage last turn. How good's that? And they don't know about our sideboard hate just yet. I mean, maybe they presume. And off the back of that 14-point life swing, opponent concedes and we go to sideboarding. Here in sideboarding, I'm not changing a damn thing. Let's get back into it. This is like so devastatingly tempting. We have Abundant Growth to help cantrip us, but that's just not enough. Cartouche can only enchant our creatures, so we can't make use of that warrior token in a worst case by enchanting an opponent's creature. Opponent has mulligan to 6, we'll do the same. Hey, look, fantastic hand, keep. We have protection against End the Festivities, or at least one copy of End the Festivities with Bogle. With 1 land off of turn 3 Armadillo Cloak. So happily throw back 1 creature. And opponent, Mountain, Lava Spike Face. Alright, bit of damage, we'll take that. I feel like going in on the poster boy Bogle here. No need to get fancy on the scout. Hopefully it doesn't ensue End of Festivities hate and end the Festivities hates. Opponent on Chain Lightning. Okay, if this is all they've got, I'm looking pretty happily towards this turn 3. If we get there. 3 lightning bolts will kill us. A second Armadillo Cloak. Alright, so we'll draw off that. Forest. It's guaranteed for next turn now. Nothing to laugh at. I almost have a feeling like if our opponent had a creature, we'd be dead by now. I guess Fire Blast is also potentially a concern. 2 cards in hand, so they can't kill us this turn. And here we go. Short of instant speed and the Festivities, which I don't believe exists, we resolve Armadillo Cloak. Opponent concedes. So this is probably one of the reasons why people hate Burn. Burn is big in the meta at the moment, though. And given the meta just 2 weeks ago with all the Grixis Affinity, all the Diabolic Edicts, I definitely take the good matchups. Very happy about this. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know how satisfied you were in the comments below. And until next time, guys, have a great day. I'll see you then.